And I think the theme for this call, I'm going to use the word integrity. And I'm going to use it in the physics sense of the word, that the integrity of a structure is how stable it is, how well it holds together under pressure. And integrity in our lives, if you take the moral connotation out, and the, oh, it's good to be a person of integrity, and it's bad to not have integrity, and you don't have integrity, and all the games that we can play with it as a judgment. Essentially, when I talk about integrity and look at integrity in clients' lives and companies' business lives, what I'm really looking at is this a sustainable structure? And one of the simplest ways of thinking about integrity is, do you or does an entity do what it says it will? So if I say I'm going to meet you at 5, do I meet you at 5? Do I meet you at 5:04? Do I not show up at all? That's going to create a level of integrity in the structure of my conversation with you and in the structure of our relationship, and in my own ability to believe my own word. You know, one of the best reasons I've ever heard for why disciplining children matters and why doing what you say you will with children matters is, my friend Bill Cummings says, if your child doesn't know that when you say no, you mean no, why would they believe you when you say I love you? And it's something we don't think about. We think we're being kind, we think we're being flexible, and maybe at some level we are, but what we're also doing is we're setting up a sloppy structure. We're setting up a structure that doesn't have the stability for bad times. It has the stability for good times, because when everyone's happy and everything's going well, we let a lot of things slide. But when the pressure is on, and when people are caught up in more insecure thinking, if there isn't that structure, that stability, that integrity to a relationship, it's not going to stand up. It's going to crumble under that pressure. And so very simple way, 2 ways of thinking about it I want to give you. And then, as I say, I'm going to open up to questions and coaching, and they can relate to this, or they can not relate to it at all. I don't really mind. But one is just to think in terms of, Steve Hardison was my coach for a couple of years. For those of you who don't know about Steve, he's $150,000 a year up front, which, you know, is a fair amount of money to anyone really. And when I asked him at the end of our time together to sort of sum up what he felt was the most important thing in his work with clients, he said, if I could get people to do one thing, which is to just bring their actions more in line with their words and their words more in line with their actions, their lives would get better and better and better. And they would be able to do so much more of what they set out to do. And he said, it doesn't have to be a big deal. It doesn't have to be any grand gesture. It doesn't have to be some, I will never, ever, ever say anything that isn't 100% true ever again. It's just about noticing when your communication is out of integrity, which again, not a moral judgment. It just means when there's a gap between what you say you do, what you say you will do, and what you actually do. And then doing whatever you can to correct the gap, whether it's as simple as an apology, or it's an adjustment in what you speak, or it's an adjustment in what you do. And for me, the version of that I found sustainable, and you know, I was joking to some people that this is my goal in life, is to try every day to be a little bit less full of crap than you were yesterday.